Hello students, today we're going to be looking at writing the equation of a quadratic in vertex form. If you remember, vertex form means that I write the equation in y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. That's the form we're going to use for writing it in vertex form. And if you remember, we have to have numbers for a, h, and k. Alright, so that's what our goal is, to have numbers for a, h, and k. So let's look at the problem that we have, the first example, and it tells us we have a vertex of 1, 2, and then we have a point 0, 3. Now let's assign what these really mean. The vertex 1, 2 means that the 1, if you remember that, recall that's our h, and the 2, that's our k. Alright, so I can plug those in right into this equation. I have y equals a times x minus 1 is our h squared plus 2 is our k. Now the only thing I still don't have is that a. But in the problem, let's look and see what else we have. We have this point 0, 3. Now neither one of those are a, but that point 0, 3, 0 is just an x value and 3 is just a y value. We still don't have a, but here's what we can do. If I plug in 0 for x and 3 for y, that will only leave us with one variable in the entire problem, and that would be the a. So then we can solve for a and plug that back into our equation later. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's plug in what we know. So y, we're going to use 3. That came from up here. And I still don't know what a is. That's what we're going to find. I have x. X is 0 from up here in our ordered pair, minus 1 squared plus 2. Now, if I solve and get a by itself, I can use that to write in my equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just use our order of operations. First says do what's inside parentheses. Inside parentheses, 0 minus 1 is just going to be negative 1. We're going to square that, multiplied by a plus 2 equals 3. Now negative 1, now we're going to use our exponents. Negative 1 squared, alright, so we're going to do this part right here. Negative 1 squared is just 1, and 1 times a is just 1a. Alright, plus 2, and that's still equal to 3. Now let's solve this thing for a. We'll subtract 2 from each side and get 1 equals 1a. So divide both sides by 1 and get a equals 1. So now I know what a is. A is 1. So I can take that and I can plug that 1 or substitute that 1 into a right up here. And I will know what my equation is. So let's go ahead and do that. So my equation is going to be y equals, now I know what a is 1, times x minus my h is 1 squared plus my k, which is 2. And there is my equation of the quadratic that passes through the point 0, 3 and has a vertex of 1, 2, written in vertex form. Okay? That's pretty much the way we work all of these when we know the vertex. Okay? So, but remember, we have to know the vertex to be able to do this in vertex form. Right, now, why don't you go ahead and see if you can work example number 2 on your own. Go ahead and pause the video. When you finish, go ahead and start the video back up, and I'll have the solution there for you to see. Okay, if you look at this, go ahead and check your answer and see how you did. Hopefully you did well. You'll notice that when we plugged in 0 in for x, minus our negative 5, that minus and negative actually gave us our plus 5 there. So that's where that plus came from. Alright, so take a look at this, just see how you did. Check your answer. If you need to rewind, look at any part of this video again, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll see you in class. Before you finish up though, go ahead and submit that WISC for us, and we'll see you in class tomorrow.